I hope each and every one of you feels welcome. Hey, it is Destiny back. Listen, I have been away for a small, short minute, and I actually think I'm not going to go into many details about why I pondered over that thing about how much am I going to share, how deep am I going to go into where I've been and why I've been. Let's just keep it short, sweet, cute, and simple. I'm going to say that, kind of against my will, I had to step away. Okay? That's all we're going to say. I also want to let you all know that upon returning back to getting into my groove thing, it's a bit of a struggle. I was like, well, maybe I should just go back and kind of like test the temperature. Maybe I like stick my toe in the water and take a look around and see what's going on YouTube. And then I was like, it's probably just not gonna be my best energy to go back. Like, I'm probably gonna be real slow with it, and I'm just gonna kind of like sneak up back in there. Yeah, I was going through it, trying to figure out. I'm going to return and go back in full swing with my content, but exactly how am I going to land that? So, what I decided was I can go back in um, slow, mild, and meek, or I could just go back in the way I had to exit out, right? I could just go back in with the same full energy. And so I pondered and I wondered, which one are you going to do? And this is what I came up with. Baby, just go back how you went out. Just go back in full force. And that's what I decided to do. So for those of you who know me and know my energy and know how I come and how I go, how I get down, then y'all already know the energy is usually high. I don't want to confuse nobody. People are like, oh my gosh, what's going on with her? Her energy's off. She's not the same. We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. Okay. So what we are going to do is this. Being as though we have established that I'm coming back in full force the way I left out, first things first, I need to thank all of my subscribers. There are some of you that have just been sitting and waiting to find out when I was going to come back in full swing. I appreciate every one of you. If you have subscribed to this channel, I say again, I appreciate you. Thank you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, y'all ready? Here it go. Get ready. Here it come. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I need you to stop. Yes, right now. Stop what you're doing and clowning, we can get into this topic, right? Listen, we're gonna go ahead and get into the topic for this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, so it's like a warning. Tell you, it's deep. If you need to go ahead on and click up off this video, go on and click up off this video, because I may lose some of y'all in this topic. It is a topic I said I really was gonna stay away from on my channel. Like, I just didn't want to engage in this topic. When I say some of y'all might get the clicking up off this channel, it may just happen. It's really a topic that, in my opinion, is best to stray away from, because it's almost like talking about religion or the Bible. It could just be so controversial. Some people want to go back and forth and argue about it and with it. And I'm telling you now, if you know anything about this channel, I do none of that. Like, absolutely zero. I do none of that. My opinion is my opinion. I'm always mindful. I'm always respectful. So what I say is just what I say. But I'm not going back and forth with anybody. I'm not falling out with anybody. We're not doing all that nasty attitude, tension, and all that type of stuff. Not on this channel, right? So, but it is one of those topics because of how I've seen other people navigate this subject. And it gets weird to me. That's why I want to talk about it. It's like talking about politics. Folks get in their feelings. They get mad at you. They don't want to talk to you, date you, deal with you. It's deep. It's serious. So I really decided to stay away from this topic. But then I'm like, you know what? I know how to approach conversations. I know how to approach things. So I feel like it's safe enough for me to go in and do it. We're going to give it a try. And I'm going to hit on it because I know those things. It could be so controversial. It could be argumentative. It could be highly debatable. So listen, I'm going to go in because I can. And I just know that I'm going to be mindful and I'm going to tread extremely lightly on this topic so that hopefully it don't stir up none of that stink. We ain't trying to stir up no stink on this channel. So the topic and the subject is about the thing I feel like, just my opinion, the world have lost their mind when it comes to pets. I said it. Yes, I think people have lost their mind when it comes to pets. You see why they want to talk about this? Pets is huge. Man, you can't talk about people's pets. And I've come to learn you can't even call them pets. They're children. They're sons and daughters. They're everything but a dog or animal. Let's sit in that because it is quite confusing to me. Again, we're going to tread lightly on this topic, but I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. So there, I've said it. It's about pets, and I don't talk about pets on this channel. Okay, I don't talk about pets on this channel. But I think it's a very safe, not really safe topic, but I think it's one. I'm going to navigate it and we're going to get through it together. Family. So while my focus is not to start any type of controversy or whatever on this channel about pets or whatever, we're still going to talk about it. And the reason I want to talk about it, I'm not sure. I watch a little bit, tap into every now and again a little bit of Judge Judy. And I don't know what in the name of God it is about everybody that have a weird thing going on with pets. They want to go to her TV show. I don't know why. Let me tell you something about Judge Judy if you don't already know. She can't stand pit bulls. She can't. And for all you pit bull lovers out there, she don't care. She don't like you. She talk complete, absolute, whole trash about you. Why in the world would you have an animal like that that can cause destruction and cause damage and possibly kill somebody? She goes in. She goes in about the law. She starts talking about how many housing developments, you already should know this if you own this type of pet. They won't insure you. They want this, they want that because it's a dangerous, vicious animal. Whew, baby. And I be watching her show for just whatever case is on the show. But when they get to the dogs, I'm like, baby, why did you go in there with her? Why would you go in there with a pet story, a pet case? Because especially if your animal attacks somebody. If your animal attacks somebody, baby, you may as well go to somebody else's court. Baby, you walked in the door losing your case. You walked in her door losing the case, not hers, because she is going to go in. And if you know, again, anything about Judge Judy, she don't play about going in. She don't care about going in, and she don't play. When she goes, she goes. She goes all the way in. She go all the way in. And I say it again, a lot of y'all may not like Judge Judy. She don't care nothing about that. She don't care nothing about you liking her. She don't care nothing. She don't care nothing about no pit bulls. Oh, she don't care about those pit bulls. And to be honest, I don't think she like the people that own them. I don't think she like you or any. It's serious. It is serious how she goes in. So because I watch her a lot, not blaming Judge Judy about this video, but because I watch her quite a bit, that's where this topic is coming from, y'all. And so I just want to touch on this topic. And again, if you know anything about this channel, this is not a controversial channel. It never has been. I've never had any conflict on this channel. This particular topic is not going to be the start to no ugly, nasty, controversial stuff on this channel. Let's just go on and clear the air on that one. We ain't doing it, but we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to just go ahead and ask, because I want to know, genuinely and honestly, what is it with people that own pets? So the reason it is such a topic in my brain is because when people who own animals have a situation or a case where your animal has attacked and or killed somebody, the pet owner, so let's repeat it, a person who owns an animal, a pet, a dog, will have a situation where your dog has attacked and or killed somebody and you want to defend the hell out of the animal. Make it make sense. How is it you have no type of sadness, nothing in your heart, nothing in you about the person that's been attacked and or lost their life, especially somebody's small child dead and gone, sleeping in their grave because your dog mauled them to death. And don't get me wrong, I understand the love of a person, the love a person has for their animal. I get that. Not like a child. I don't understand that part of it, but I understand your love you have for your animal. But to the point of defending the hell out of your animal after it has taken a life, let's sit in that. Anybody, somebody who ain't a dead body, make it make sense for me. Please. Make it make sense. I know you can't, but try. I know you can't, but try. Now, I understand the love of an animal. Not like a child, but I understand the love for an animal. That's just my thing. That's my thing. You're going to have to give me grace and let me be who I'm going to be. Because like I always say, I don't tell other grown folks what to do. You can't tell me how to feel about that. I don't understand the animal and the child. I don't get, I don't make that connection. So that's just me. That's just my take. I don't make that connection. And so I'm going to ask for that same respect and grace on my channel, right? That's just my thoughts. My thought about loving an animal like a child, I don't get that. It's not my thing. I don't get it. I don't get the hype about it. I don't get the comprehension. I don't understand that. Pets and humans, pets and children, they're different. In my brain, they're just different. And that's just where I am with that. That's my thing. Let me sit in that myself, okay? I'm not going to even ask you to join me in sitting in that. I'm sitting in it by myself. I don't get it. That's my thing. So I understand the love of an animal. And I like people love their children who may go out and cause destructive behavior. You have to hold people accountable. Now, you just made your animal your child, right? It's your son and your daughter. So like a child, like a real child that walk on twos, you have to hold them accountable when they do something wrong. Why is it animals aren't held accountable when they do something wrong? Anybody, somebody who ain't a dead body, make it make sense? So I don't know how you defend an animal that have attacked or killed someone. Listen, y'all, we're going to go deep on this topic. I'm going deep on this topic. Let me go ahead and give you the warning. I'm going deep on this topic. So where I'm going with this is, I can't imagine how hard it is for someone who loves their animal that have to put their animal down because that animal has shown some destructive or tragic behavior, have caused tragedy. I can't imagine what that's like to have to put that animal that you so love down. Okay, let's be clear. I have a heart. I'm not a huge dog lover because I'm terrified of them, but I have a heart. I understand that's got to be painful. So when I say we're gonna go deep, your animal has caused destructive behavior and have to be put down. So to me, it's the same thing in my mind when you have a loving parent that have poured into their child everything they have to raise them and teach them the best way that they can be productive in this life. And that same child that they have poured into goes astray and decide they want to be the next mass shooter in our country. Let's sit in that. Let's sit in it. The child that the parent has instilled so much good in has gone astray, and they decide they want to be the next mass murderer in our country. And the next steps that are ordered in their life is jail or prison and possibly death row. What do you think that parent feels like? Possibly death row and one day possibly executed. When you have destructive people, human beings, they are held accountable. Please somebody tell me how there is a difference. Defend the hell out of an animal by continuously saying, my animal has never bitten anyone before. My animal hasn't this, my animal hasn't that, my animal. We're talking about the act at hand currently that has happened. Somebody might have lost their life, a small child, anybody of any age mauled to death by your animal. Anybody that think they can make me understand why is it a pit bull is not supposed to be put down for destructive behavior, make it make sense, help me understand while we continue to tackle this topic.